I wrote a statement that I would like to share. I'm not sure if a lot of you are really going to care or even listen to what I have to say, but I just wanted to say it. And I wrote it down because my brain is just on overdrive these last couple days, and I just wanted to make sure that I said everything that I wanted to say. I'd like to start by saying that although I don't owe anyone an explanation, and it's Alex who should be explaining himself, I recognize that I made it a public matter when I shared my story on TikTok. And even though I was not anticipating anything that happened after I posted those videos, it's now become a lot more of a public matter than I was expecting. However, this does not scare me because I am not lying and I have nothing to hide. The biggest question I'm seeing is why didn't I file a police report? Unfortunately, I know firsthand how fucked up the system can be, and I wasn't sure I was ready to go down that route again and cause myself any further trauma. Growing up, I remember wishing so badly that the world could hear my story, and I thought that maybe they would care more than the authorities and somehow help me and my siblings and save us from the abuse that we were enduring. After giving up my entire childhood to a long, drawn-out court case against my biological parents and convincing an entire jury, beyond reasonable doubt, that my mother was guilty and getting her sent to prison for her crimes, my father was able to make it all go away and get her out only months later because of his position of power and his money. All my life, I've been watching I've watched as my abusers got away with their crimes simply because of their wealth and position of power. As someone who grew up a ward of the state, I guess I'd say I have enough experience to have lost a little faith in our judicial system. With that being said, if Alex does decide to take this to court, I don't know why he would do that because he knows he was guilty. If he does decide to take it to court, I'm fully prepared to prove beyond reasonable doubt that he did in fact prey on me and he did assault me. Secondly, I'd like to address the fake DM that's being reposted where I allegedly brag about doing this all as promotion for my job. That DM is not real. Believe it or not, I have more self-awareness than that. My Instagram is currently down because of the amount of people reporting it trying to silence me, even though I'm not the bad guy. Every time I've ever mentioned sexual assault to a man, their usual response is to cringe and become visibly uncomfortable. Never once did it cross my mind that me coming forward about being assaulted would result in me gaining subscribers on my page. For the last couple months, I've been under the impression that the second I came out about this, everyone would think I was gross and unfollow me, and I would lose everything I've worked so hard to build for myself. But it started impacting my mental health, and then started to impact my work, and at that point I no longer saw a point in staying quiet. Lastly, everyone has been asking why I haven't been addressing anyone's comments or questions. I've been avoiding my phone the last couple of days given the amount of violent threats and verbal abuse in my comments and my DMs. I have come too far and worked too hard to ever let anyone make me feel like I'm ugly or my life isn't worth anything. It makes me sad to live in a world where I'm the one being harassed and threatened because I exposed a man in a position of power as a predator, and he's being praised as a god, and it scares me that some of the men and women victim blaming me and idolizing my rapist are also having children. But I would hope that if your own child came to you and told you the same things that I did, that you would be more sympathetic and inclined to protect them instead of blaming them for failing to distinguish which men are safe and which men are not. And to the few people I've seen supporting me, thank you. You've helped me to continue to push through a very dark time in my life. And give me hope that there are still good people out there and the world isn't totally fucked.